Ah. Hey guys, NCWQ here. I'm gonna wait for a minute so that more people can get in here. Yes, that is a new camera that you are seeing. It is quite a bit bluer than it was in the
Hey
other
guys,
camera. Hang
in
on. Oops.
CWQ.
Um, this one is a 1080 web camera, so it's a 1080 streaming web camera. Um, it is not the 720p, which I had. Um, there was a little bit of an issue. I uh, I had gone to Walmart and bought the first one because I was gonna go to Best Buy, but I decided to go by Walmart and see if Walmart had the camera that I could use. So I went by Walmart and I thought that they had one. Hey Betty, how are you doing? Welcome in. So I thought that they had one. So I bought the camera that was there, $49 with tax, came out to about 50 something. And I thought, I got a good camera, right? And I was looking at it 1080p, and I thought, that's great, right? And I don't have money to be spending for a camera right now. So anyway, I went ahead and I got the camera because the one that I had this morning, let me show y'all what it was doing. Oh my goodness. I got pictures of what it was doing this morning. Um, this is what it looked like from my live stream this morning. And that's like if somebody were trying to fast forward or something. I don't know. My son said, you don't have fast forward on your camera, and I've not seen anything like that before. So that was right after I had taken some cool pictures. I'll show you those pictures because one of the reasons I wanted to live stream today was because of the fact that this happened and I posted the pictures. Remember yesterday I said I was watching for the helicopters, right? Well, they flew directly over my house this morning. And I was like, man, want to get these on camera. So I turned on my live stream camera and I'm like, hey, all right, we're getting pictures, right? That's when I started having problems with my live stream with the camera that I had. I don't know whether these are Hueys or if they're Blackhawks. I'm not sure which ones these are. They've got the double rotors on them. I don't know enough about military helicopters, but it was really cool seeing them flying over my house this morning. So, anyway, I get to Walmart and thank you. And I got another camera. I get home and I'm like, all right, let me get this thing hooked up, right? So I can get the string fired back up. I look at the end of it. You know what the end of a cord for a cell phone looks like, right? Yeah. That was exactly what I had. I had a USB-C. And I was like, oh my God. I woke my son up and I'm like, hey, I want you to go with me. I'm going to go take this back to Walmart. And he's like, well, while we're there, he goes, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the other one that's there. He goes and see if it's better than this one. And I was frustrated. I was irritated because I had told the lady, I said, is this a USB? Yeah, that's a USB. I didn't know it was USB-C, so she wasn't exactly lying to me, but I had showed her the cord for the old one because I took the old one with me, and I had showed her the cord for it. And she was like, yeah, that's the right one. And I come home and it was exactly the wrong one. So anyway, my son saw this one there, and so I've replaced it with this one. And hopefully this one will last for quite a long time. I'm hoping. I do know that it's got recording power. It can act as a second microphone if I wanted to hook it in through my USB, which is perfect for me. So if my headset has an issue, I can use the camera. Walmart, Me Too, went for printer. They don't know much. No, they don't. And you would expect the people that work in those areas to, if they're working in the electronics, at least they should know about electronics, right? And the one thing that I want, this camera is going to last me until I can hopefully afford to buy one that I want. The one that I want is going to be one that will be able to swivel, where I can turn it to look in different directions if I want it to, where I can zoom in on things. But one of the things I like about this one is it's got a really clear sky. Like I was watching a bird fly across the sky and it wasn't fuzzy like the other one was. The other camera that I had was really fuzzy looking. But today looks like is going to be one of those days. I want to check because I think we're going to have storms today. Um, I think we're bound to have some storms. There are storms coming across the country, but I don't see it. Thank God I don't look like we're seeing maybe a few little storms that are going to come into South Carolina and going to sweep across maybe the tip of North Carolina near Johnson City and into Virginia. And then maybe later today, we might see some storms here in North Carolina, but it just doesn't look like it. I think today is going to be a picture perfect day. Um, the areas that should probably be on watch for tornadic activity is Arkansas into Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama. And then I don't know what'll happen later on today because I can only see up to an hour from now. So I don't know. I'm looking at radar, so I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is, whoops, this is right now when you get to the red. This is an hour from now. So when you're looking at activity, I'm not seeing anything other than small storms out here that may be popping up. When you see stuff like this, sometimes it's fog. So anyways, I'm not seeing too much happening for today. But yep, I thought I would leave this camera up. I want to see how it plays out, how well it does. Um, got to figure out why it's blue. I don't know. Maybe that's just the actual color because I'm looking at the sky and the sky is blue, but it seems like there's a little bit of purple to the camera. Tell me, you guys, am I wrong? There's a little bit of purple to it. But maybe it's just the way that I'm looking at it and it looks normal. Plus, it's a new camera, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Come on, take a picture. I took a picture. Oh, check out that cloud back there. That's huge. There's a big, huge cloud up here. So we got some high cloud tops today. Betty, take care of yourself. Much love. Look at the lens sometimes they put on it. You know what? You're right. I might have forgotten to take the plastic off. Uh-oh. Well, I'll check and see in a few minutes. I still think it looks pretty. So anyways, what we're going to watch for is airplanes, birds. There goes a bird. Um, watch for airplanes, birds, bees, helicopters, if there's any that we'll see that'll be this way. My sister, I'm not going to tell you what she does, but she told me this morning after I was telling her about the helicopters that they wouldn't be buzzing the apartments for a while. And because I was talking to her about it because they were as low as the trees. And they're not usually that low and they're not supposed to be underneath the ceiling. And we're underneath the ceiling. And I think maybe they're doing training flights. Like I had showed yesterday how close Simmons Air Base is to where we are. It's less than a mile. So they may have been doing training flights in our area. But the other funny thing is they're not showing up on the flight radar. I had Broken Fish in there. He gave me the flight radar yesterday and was not showing up on flight radar. So that was different because I didn't see him at all. So, anyways, as far as I'm doing better. Um, my mouth is healing. Yeah, government always wants something, Betty. They always want something, but I think it's kind of weird because there's nothing over here other than there is a shooting range, but it's for the public. And it's back near my area, so we hear gunshots back there a lot of the time. But the government doesn't usually do anything back here. But with them, the way that they were today and yesterday, they were pretty much hovering over where I live at, and I was like, this is kind of strange. They were flying formations through this area, and we don't usually see that. We'll see, like if you see where my mouse is, you'll see the planes come up through here and fly above the military planes when they take off. But I'm not used to seeing the helicopters coming from above my house and going around like this. I'm not used to seeing that at all. So that's different. Our soldiers here checking each home. Ooh. Well, they don't need to check my home. Maybe they were saying goodbye to their friends or something. Who knows? But the thing was, is when they flew over, the whole house vibrated. It was like, grrr. And I was like, where are they? Where are they? I'm looking out the window and I'm like, I want to see them. And then they flew over and I was like, oh, cool. And it was about the same time as the kids were getting on the bus. So, I'm glad I was awake because if I wasn't awake, I probably would have been irritated by it. Doesn't that sky look pretty? Sky is nice blue, hazy, cotton ball swabs in the sky. I'm Rebecca. Bella is my best friend. Bella has been my best friend for, ooh, going on 9 years now. She's the one with the British accent. They call it a wellness checkup. Yeah, they call it a wellness checkup. I'm calling it a vibration motion. My whole house was moving. Everything was vibrating. It's okay, Betty. I don't mind. I know when you call me her name, people get us confused a lot of times. Okay, so if y'all are watching over here, I just saw another bird on the screen. So I'm watching on my live stream because what you'll see on my camera has already happened for me. It is like a few seconds behind. So how are y'all doing today? Betty, it's okay. It is perfectly okay. You can even call me Reba. Um, when I was growing up, my nickname was Beck. I was called Beck when I was growing up, and I've gotten so used to people calling me Becca, Rebecca, Reby. People have nicknames for me left and right. I've even called her Reba. I have many nicknames, so when people call me Bella, it doesn't bother me. So anyway, what I was going to tell you, I was going to give you all an update for me. I am doing better, as you can tell. Um, I went to Walmart today and I'm pushing a cart because I was trying to get this stuff taken care of. My son's telling me, Mom, slow down. And I'm like, I'm not even going fast. I told him, you're just getting old. And he told me, no, Mom. He goes, you're cruising. And I was like, okay, I'm irritated. I just wanted to get stuff over with. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to let y'all know after the 3rd of next month, I will probably show y'all my face on YouTube. I'm trying to figure that out as far as cameras because I want to be able to show the sky, but I want to be able to also show y'all me because I like being able to see people when they talk, and I'm sure my public likes to see the person who's talking to them. So I'm going to be figuring this out because I've never done double camera, but I want to figure out if it would work and figure out how to do it. And this cloud look funny. It looks like it's got an eye up here. So yeah, I'm doing better. I'm feeling better. I'm more alert and awake now. I have not had to take any medicine, um, any painkillers for the last day, which is good. I don't like taking aspirins and Tylenols and Motrins, and they were giving me ibuprofen, 800. So it was making me woozy. So I am so sorry because I went back and watched my videos after I had my surgery and I sound so slow. And I am so sorry. I just wanted you guys to know I was still alive. Can't wait to see it, Becca. Oh, you're welcome. Um, just know I'm not 20 years old. I am, let me see. I might have a picture of me. I don't think I've ever showed y'all. This is me, but I got to get my hair done. So y'all probably see me once I get my hair done. This is me. Still young looking, but you can tell my face was still so swollen. Right here. I'm swollen here and I'm swollen here, but not as bad on that side as I was on this side. So I was showing my friends on Facebook how swollen my face was, which was better than the first picture I showed them because I looked like a chipmunk. You have a wonderful day too, Betty. Okay, so I'm just going to watch the sky for a few minutes. I'm giving this camera, I'm going to let it run for at least an hour to see how it does, just to make sure it's not a computer issue. Because if the camera will run for an hour, then I know that I don't have an issue with the camera itself, that I had a camera issue with the old one. Also, next year, when I decide to move, I am thinking to I want to get a house which has trees where I can put a um, hummingbird feeder and live stream the hummingbirds. Um, we have hummingbirds here and they're so cute. And one of the things that I can't do here is hang up a honey water feeder. So I would like to eventually do that during the summer, have a hummingbird feeder that I put up for at least part the day when I'm not live streaming earthquakes and volcanoes and whatnot. I just can't believe that camera messed up on me this morning. It really frustrated me because I wanted to get the helicopters live on it, and that didn't happen. Hey, Chris, is there a reason why this camera would look purplish? It's kind of weird. I thought it would be clearer than the other one. Maybe I need to find a download or something for it. I mean, it shows the blue, but the problem is it's coming across a bit purple. Wonder what it'll look like when we have thunderstorms. Wonder what it'll look like if I make it smaller. No, it still looks about the same. Anyways, you guys, I'm just over here puttering around with my computer and checking my drivers and stuff. So bear with me while I'm working with things here. I took a photo already. No, I just said not too loud. And I bet you this thing didn't even put out a notification. Yeah, YouTube didn't send out a notification that I was even live, you guys. So the only way y'all are going to know I'm live is if you actually look. So what is going on today? A Yale professor has predicted when World War III will begin. I hope that they are not predicting it and it happens because, you know, I would like my grandchildren to grow up. That's the biggest thing that I want. Severe storms are packing tornadoes, hail, and high wind threats in the plains and Midwest through this weekend, just so y'all know. Ohio apparently had some bad storm damage. And then they're saying that the Doomsday Glacier is melting as experts have named U.S. coastal communities that could be lost to sea level rise. These are all news articles. NOAA has released Atlantic hurricane season outlook Thursday. Um, they predicted an extraordinary season with as many as 25 named storms possible. They're saying that this is the most storms the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has ever predicted in a preseason outlook. All the ingredients are in place for an active season. They're saying that it's shaping up to be extraordinary with 85% chance of above average year. And the forecast is the highest NOAA has ever issued for a May outlook. So, how many hurricanes have they predicted in 2024? They're stating 17 to 25 total storms, winds high 39 or higher. And of those, 8 to 13 are forecast to become hurricanes with winds 74 miles per hour or higher, and 4 to 7 major hurricanes, 3, 4, and 5, with winds of 111 miles per hour or higher. I would think that they're going to eventually add in a category 6. The record for the most actual named storms in a season is 30, and that was set in 2020. A typical year averages about 14 tropical storms, 7 of which that spin into hurricanes, and that's based on weather records that date from 1991 to 2020. Um, Other people are also predicting this to be a bad season, and that's because of the fact of a combination of the record warm ocean water in the Atlantic and a potential for La Nina climate pattern. The Eastern Pacific forecast has also been released, and they're naming that there's going to be about 15 storms. Last year, there were 3 major hurricanes that formed among 7 hurricanes and 20 named storms, the fourth greatest number of named storms since 1950. The most damaging was Idalia, which hit the west coast of Florida and made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. I'm kind of hoping that we don't see a whole bunch of hurricane activity here in the United States this year, even though I know we probably will. And um, I was looking at weather.gov the other day because I had been looking at windy. So I'm still looking, and there is, guess what? There's our first chance. It's only got a 10% chance, but it is already down here by Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic areas. Now, I had stated a few days ago that I thought we would probably see a hurricane or something forming by the end of this week. So there we go. It is almost Friday, and what I had seen was coming off of South Africa. So I don't know. Let's look at my Windy and see what Windy says. See what Windy shows coming off of Africa because we were looking at the storms that were coming off. So you can see they're looking at this area of pressure down here. And when we look for the hurricanes, we tend to look here, what's coming off South Africa. It has to do a lot with whether there's dust storms and stuff coming off as well too. Big, beautiful world. So yeah, what we're gonna watch is these storms that are coming off of Africa to see what they do. This one tends to have, this one has lightning with it. So does this one. So we'll just keep an eye out on the tropics and see what's going on in the tropics here. And this is where that storm location is that they're watching. But it appears to be going this way, so probably wouldn't be anything to even be worrying about unless it starts a movement towards the United States. But I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of dry air. And of course, these are the storms that are coming across the United States right now. This is why we're having so many tornadoes. When you see the higher cloud tops, which have like a pimple look to them, that's where the air is being pushed up from down below and up through the top, which is making for really high cloud tops. Anyway, that's just a look at that. We don't have anything in the Pacific or the South Pacific, Central Pacific. Okay, you guys, well, it appears that the camera's doing well, and I am off. My son wants to run his music and his game system, and I need it to be quiet enough when I'm live streaming, but I want to let him have some time for his stuff. So I ran for 32 minutes. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you'll have a great day. Much love. God bless. And I will either see you guys tomorrow or Saturday. Today is Thursday, correct? Correct. Anyways, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying the last half an hour with me. Um, Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that share button. That helps other people to find my channel. Um, and I appreciate it. It is important to me. Thank you and much love.